to From Creeping to Preaching. I'm your host, Renee R. White, a proud native Washingtonian, born, raised, and still live here in the heart of D.C. I've spent years of my life in this incredible city. And it's just not my home. It's where my story began and where my passion for uplifting my community, especially the youth. This podcast is a space where we have real, raw conversations about life, faith, and purpose, all rooted in the experiences of someone who has walked these very streets and understands the struggles and the beauty of life in D.C. We're episode 5, y'all. I like to label this conversation as Pop, Pop, Peel, Peel. It's a funny title. Whew. I want to share something today, something that I've never talked about, because for me, it was something I always hid, but I need to be honest. It's a moment I've always been ashamed of, but I think it's time to be real with you and myself, because I believe there's power in our mistakes, even the ones that make us cringe. I was young, too young to understand how to handle my emotions or my body. Life felt out of control, and I was desperate for something I could control. I had this pack of birth control pills, and in a moment of complete impulsiveness, I took all 28 of them. Oh yeah, 28 in one day. At first, it didn't hit me what I did, but then it felt like my body was betraying me. I started feeling sick, really sick. And all I could think was, why did I do this? This was so stupid. But by then it was too late. My mom noticed. She always did. And when she took me to the doctor, I knew she was scared. The whole time I felt this weight of shame pressing on me, suffocating me. I didn't know how to explain to my mom or to myself why I'd done something so reckless. It wasn't just about the pills. Not at all, y'all. Not at all. It was about feeling lost. I thought I was doing something to fix my problems, to take control in a way that would make everything better. But as it did, and as it showed, I was completely out of control. I've carried this moment with me for years, hiding it because it felt like one of the dumbest things I ever could have done. And it hurt me, knowing I put myself at risk without really understanding why. I felt like I was failing at life in ways I couldn't even put into words. But as much as I want to bury that moment, I'm here, right now. I'm here sharing with you today because I know, not only know, but I know as for me, everything that I've done with that regret is something in which I regret. But at that time, I felt it was the right thing. And at least the only thing. We all make choices we can't take back. Choices that hurt. Choices that teach us painfully where we need to grow. Looking back now, I know that moment wasn't about pills. Not at all. It wasn't about me knowing who. It was mostly about me knowing who I was and what I wanted. It was about confusion, desperation, things I know I had to deal with. But I'm standing here today telling you this because I survived it and I learned from it. And if I can share this pain with you, maybe you can learn something from it too. We all have messes and we all make mistakes. And at that moment, it shaped me in ways I'm still understanding. But it's a part of my truth, and I'm not hiding it from anyone anymore. Let's keep this conversation going I'm excited to hear how you peeling back your layers and embracing you. Also, make sure you visit my website, Creeping to Preaching, for more updates, resources, and information about upcoming episodes. I'd like to thank my engineer, McKinley, at Moving in Motion by Matt. See you next Friday.